2-all.
Very close. Wayne McEwen not seeing a clear gap between the line and the ball, so he won't overrule. Yeah, it's a good call. Way wide. 2-all. Only Rusedski's third ace of the match. Might tell you something about the way he's feeling.
We see it again. An easy smash missed.
That's it. All.
A late call.
30-40.
That's 2, and he called it in, then he looked, and then he changed. He changed the minute he turned around. He goes like this, he turned, and then he said, out. No, it wasn't instantaneous. His hands were down. He changed when he looked at him.
Well, you can see the linesman indicated good. The ball had hit the back fence and he hadn't made a call at all. Well, in a strange way, this may help Rusedski. It might get him a little bit fired up, get the adrenaline flowing. Here it is. A big one comes out. This may be the start of something for Rusedski.
Foot fault, but 132. I think you're right, Chris. He's fired up.
If he can just harness this now, Rusedski. Not get too carried away, but try and control the adrenaline that's flowing through him right now and hold this game. The crowd as well, starting to get behind him. This could all conspire to see a different Rusedski.
One thing it does highlight just how flat he was before this incident. All of a sudden he has sparked up. There is a little something left in that shoulder. Good point here from Siemerink to stay in the game. But obviously he served more aces now in this game since the altercation than he's served throughout the first 2 sets. So obviously the mental energy, the nervous tension was there, and he just wasn't up.
Now then, this starting to look very interesting, this match. It's all turned around since Rusedski lost his temper slightly. And he holds for 3-2.
So Greg Rusedski, after a fairly lethargic two and a half sets, getting a little bit riled over a line call there, and I think he was pretty justified. The linesman signalled good and made a very late call, so nothing infuriates a player more than indecision. And finally, we saw him unleash on serve. He got one ball over 130 miles an hour. It didn't go in, but it just showed us that he's had a bit left. It hasn't quite been there. The mental energy's been low. Maybe this had stirred the fire in his belly. Let's see if he can harness it, make some returns here, and get into some sort of rhythm. Siemerink just showing the new balls.
For the first time, rusedski gets the fist out, starting to encourage himself. Good point from Siemerink.
15 all.
Just have a look how Siemerink gets down low to this volley. The closer you can get your eyes to the ball, the safer you'll be. The further as you head away from it, the more chance of an error. Siemerink all over that.
Thirty, 15.
Well, it's very hard to tell yourself to go to someone's high forehand volley with no pace, but that's just about been the most successful return for Greg. Siemerink has made a mess of so many high forehand volleys now. You wouldn't believe it. This guy is one of the best serve and volleys in the game right now, Jan Siemerink. You wouldn't think it on today's performance.
There was a chance. He knew it as well.
You can always see that return, that backhand is in his head. So many times he rehearses the shot or makes some gesture towards it. Pretty brave smash there from Siemerink. That ball is very high. Maybe Greg had to go to the air again. Siemerink all over the net. A little bit of soccer skills, something he's picked up since his time in London. Resides in Chelsea, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. He's quite good friends with Ian Wright. Having looked at that left-handed kick, I'm sure Wright didn't teach him that one.
Ian Wright, striker for Arsenal.
West Ham now.
West Ham, what do I know?
You certainly don't know very much about English football, and why should you?
Well, Greg just not getting this ball wide enough. You can see Siemerink moving forward and across, cutting off the angle. Wisely following the line of flight.
It's good play. This is better from rusedski. There's a little bit of a bounce about him.
30-15. (40-15). Game rusedski.
Hold to 15 for
Rusedski.
rusedski.
4-3.
He leads 4-3, third set. Very much a different man we have in our picture now, Wally. He's suddenly come alive. And it's funny, McEnroe, to a degree, was the same, wasn't he? Whenever he had an altercation with an umpire, his level went up. I'm not saying rusedski did that deliberately, but it certainly has helped him, I think.
Yeah, there's no question. Whatever chemicals the body released when he got a little angry there, it was definitely good for him. There was one volley in that last game. I think you mentioned it, better movement, more bounce. I mean, he really committed to the volley. He knew he wasn't coming back, so instead of taking one step and reaching for it, he went out there, he made the volley. It ended up taking him 2 or 3 steps past where the ball was, but he hit the winner, and that's the type of player that Greg is. He goes for everything, he doesn't hold back, he moves particularly well. Easier said than done, of course, because he's had a lot taken out of him previously, but it's good to see that whatever the spark was, it doesn't matter. It's good to see that it's there, and maybe he can be a little bit more the old Greg Rusedski we've been used to.
Lock 15.
But he did this in the second set. Siemerink served a few doubles in one game. Rusedski didn't capitalise. Maybe we can here. Love 30. If he can win this game, he'll be serving with 2 sets to 1 lead.
Well, maybe that's the time to take a chance. He had some success with that slider down the line early in the first set to break, but maybe at love 30, when you have a bit of an opportunity, maybe that's the time to go for it. Play safe at 15-30. I would just love to see him step around here and look for a forehand. Move back, give yourself some room. One thing, when you stand up in the court and play a return, what actually happens is, because you've moved in, then the player volleys, they sort of push you back. So your next step is backwards, and then you've got to get into the rally. If you start back on a second serve, hit it, you're in motion. And sometimes I think, we saw it with Carlos Costa last night, he was a lot better player when he ran around and hit a forehand. It really got him into the point.
He did well, Siemerink, from love 30. 4 points on the bounce, and we're at 4-all.
Love 15.
Chris, I'll make a big statement, and it's sure to backfire on me. Whoever wins this set will win the match.